Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to look at another WWE and TNA news of the last 3 days. We start with an interview with Chris Van Vliet, I think that's how you pronounce his name. John Cena was asked about who he might pass the torch to. Here was Cena's response: I think it's been passed without me. There's a lot of folks who are currently doing a lot of damage on the roster. The show is thriving in my absence. I think it's extremely competitive. I did win the 16th championship at the Rumble, but I was unfortunate in my first defense at Elimination Chamber, and before that I hadn't really been in the championship picture for a while. I think the company's moving on quite well. I don't know if there's any need to be a formal anointment, but they're really doing well without me. Well, it's nice for John Cena to say they are doing great. We do want you back, Cena. You have been doing some banging work over the last few weeks. Months, not weeks. He's not been there for weeks. But you know what I mean, in this last current run in the 2016-2017, he's been doing a very good job, so let's have him back. Oh, and in an interview with GSports.com, Cody Rhodes commented on his critics. I think there are less haters than before. We did start on a little rocky, though. It could have been started with the Evolve audience. To start off with, I love Gabe and Evolve, especially Ethan Page. My first two shows there got a lot of views, but people judged me based off of them. They weren't seeing what I was doing week in, week out after. This was where it's really happening, and I hope more people would check it out. The more streaming, the more Flow Slam, the more Fight TV, and the more pay-per-views help. I believe I've shown people there is a lot left in the toolbox and gas left in the tank. Fair enough, mate. You are a fantastic person. I'm glad to hear that you have more to show us. Oh, and Renee Young confirmed on Twitter she will not be in the upcoming season of Total Divas. She said, nope, I am not, but the new cast will crush it. God, she's in some backstage shit then. Because obviously the whole her and Ambrose getting married behind WWE's back apparently hasn't done very well, and this is a sign that it's probably not received very well by Vince himself. What are you going to do? Renee Young. Ooh. Let's move on. Asuka's reign as NXT Women's Champion has now surpassed CM Punk's 434-day reign as WWE Champion. One of the next milestones would be surpassing New Day's 483-day reign as WWE Tag Team Champions, which will happen if Asuka remains champion until NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Let's go, Asuka. You can break every record in the world because you are bloody fantastic. I love Asuka. She's amazing. Oh. This is slightly sad but slightly nice in the same sense. On the second anniversary of Dusty Rhodes' death, may he rest in peace, Son Cody and Kevin Owens were among some of the stars that paid tribute to the legend. Kevin Owens wrote, 2 years ago today, we lost the absolute best, so there was nearly no way to truly describe how much we all miss him. We love you, Dream. Thank you, Kevin, for your lovely words there. And in a tweet that's been deleted by Cody Rhodes for some reason, he thought, I didn't really know what hard times were because of you. Thanks, Dad. That sounds like lovely, but I tried to check Twitter and that's not there anymore. So I don't know what happened to that tweet, but either way, what remains of it, it was very nice. Ooh, and in an interview with Sam Roberts, indie star Marty Scurll, I can't remember what his nickname was. He said he would like to have a match with CM Punk. CM Punk, I'd like to bring CM Punk out of retirement and wrestle him for sure. I don't know if CM Punk listens to this show, but CM Punk, if you're watching, come out of retirement. We can cause quite a bother of a wrestling match. What do you say? That'd be fun. Yeah, right. That's one for the headlines. Oh, I would love to see that match. That'd be fantastic. Oh, and just an update on Goldberg. Even though he's been off television for a few months, he's still keeping himself in terrific shape. He even teased another match down the line. Here's what he said in a recent Instagram post. Another day, another trailer. DirecTV Now commercial coming soon. Doing the work. Who's next? I'm in WWE, WCW, wrestling. Never say never. Torn bicep. Sternum impression. Goldberg's garage. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. I want to see Goldberg come back. I'd enjoy that. Oh, and John Cena has said his favourite wrestling moment was proposing to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. I thought that's very surprising. I would have thought he would be winning for your first championship or something, but that is such a fake answer, isn't it? It really sounds like it is. It sounds like, oh, I got married recently, I've got to say that. I don't know, just to me it does. second to last story. Yes, this is going to be a very short one. There's not much news going on. Pete Dunne talked about his accomplishments in WWE so far. I can't believe what I've done in such a short space of time. I had trials in November. Then we did a press conference. Thought I'd have to go to New Japan and build my name. But after 11 years, it was a case of being in the right place at the right time. Good to know, mate. You are all right. I like Pete Dunne. And this is the biggest story coming out of the weekend. It concerns Download. Pete Dunne attacked Mark Andrews at the Download Festival to set up a match between the two. That's all standard. We did get an update later that day saying he had apparently suffered an injury at the event. He was part of an 8-man tag in the main event, and he was reportedly taken into an ambulance following a spot with one of the Authors of Pain members. The spot was described as Andrews taking a horrific clothesline, according to the fans in attendance. Someone wrote about the incident. Shit seems Andrews got legit hurt. EMTs are out. People seem worried. Drake Younger is stepping up huge to take care of things. Andrews still being treated at ringside on a stretcher. They're yet to move him. I'm out standing by the ambulance with Andrews in it. Regal seems very concerned. Trent and Brookside the same. Mark's eyes were open. He got hit by one of the Authors of Pain and went down holding his neck, rolled on the floor right after. People, please don't blame Authors of Pain. Accident happens. You never really know. About to lose Wi-Fi, so won't have any more updates. Fingers crossed, just a stinger or something. Here's praying. We did get the final update from WWE.com. Mark Andrews suffered a neck injury. Donington Park in Derby, England, Download Festival. Wish I could have gone, but couldn't. Rise Against were there, so I weren't that bothered. Andrews was quickly evaluated by WWE medical personnel. A statement passed along to WWE.com reads, a CT scan of Andrews came back negative, just bruising evident. Mark would like to thank all his fans for their concern. So it doesn't sound like there's going to be any long-term injury. Thank God, luckily for that. We do wish him the best and speedy recovery, as always. And that was the news. This episode has nothing in it. I'm sorry, but there's nothing out there at the minute. That's why I waited today to do this episode, because there was nothing last night. But what are you going to do? Now, as always, if you have enjoyed this episode, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.